Aigis is Waifu Material. As the final waifu joined the C's team, she's essentially the official mascot for Persona 3. She goes by several nicknames, but most people just call her Toaster, who will certainly be. With that, here are my reasons why Aigis is Waifu Material. Massive spoilers for Persona 3 Fest. Starting out with her appearance, well, she's a robot. This is gonna be interesting. Her facial features are human enough to fool pretty much anyone. With bold blue eyes and that gentle smile, she's able to convey all sorts of emotions. And she even blushes too.
Yes, I think that explanation makes sense.
Her short blonde hair really helps her stand out, and her ears are made to look like she's wearing a pair of headphones. During our first encounter with Aigis, she was wearing a simple teal blue dress, which was enough to get the guys to hit on her. When the dress got burned during combat, it exposed a white metal body laced with gold around the shoulders and hips. It also revealed that she has little stubs for feet. Don't worry, Aigis later replaces the dress with a giant red bow instead, which is much better. As for her arms, similar to a human, she has 5 fingers on each of her hands, which double as machine guns. I've mentioned in past videos about how Naoto and Mitsuru are great shots, but Aigis though, she eliminates the field.
Firing! Targets annihilated.
Aigis.
Take that, as they say.
Aigis was practically made for combat. As the only anti-shadow weapon in existence, she houses an array of armaments at her disposal. While exploring her room, we can see that it's littered with all sorts of ammunition, including a rocket to punch! Like everyone else in the C's team, Aigis has her very own persona, which just so happens to be Athena, the goddess of war. As a full metal Terminator, Aigis is tough, capable of keeping up with the likes of Akihiko.
Should you deem it acceptable, I'd like to attempt training alongside you.
I'd be more than happy to. I won't go easy on you though. We'll do the full routine. We're starting with squats. Come on!
Yes, of course.
Unless I forget when she goes into Orgia mode, essentially maximum overdrive for her, it allows Aigis to fight harder and faster. However, it does have a bit of an overheating problem. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that Aigis is clearly the most adept in combat. Plus she runs like Naruto, a true sign of a master.
You're that ninja.
Early in the story, she comes across as a simple robot that obeys all orders. However, she later grows to become quite human in her behavior. When she was reprogrammed by Ikutsuki, her willpower to protect Makoto and the others allowed her to override her parameters and rescue the team from execution. Her soul-thrilling story revolves around the idea of being human. Aigis often questions her purpose in life and constantly looks for the answer to what makes life worth living. Through her observations of others, she learns about the harsh realities of loneliness and tries to save others from it. Another trait I admire about Aigis is just how polite she is. Whenever she receives compliments or even criticism, Aigis doesn't take it personally and never fails to thank the person.
You possess the same potential as a human. No, even more than that.
Thank you. It's because I wanted to be able to dance like you.
Aigis has a distinct way of talking, with a different pace than everyone else. I can't really call it robotic, as she sounds more human than any machine I know.
I can tell you're trying your hardest so the rest of us can have fun too. You've had so many painful experiences. How are you able to be like that?
As someone who is quite new to human interaction, this makes Aigis a little too honest and literal sometimes, and it is hilarious.
My legs are gonna fall off. You have way too much energy, Aigis.
But you said that you wanted to burn calories in order to lose weight, Yukari-san.
Don't just blurt that out!
Hey, Ai-chan, you think you could make a copy of the girls dancing for me?
Understood. I will ask Mitsuru-san's permission to copy the...
No, never mind. Forget I said anything, Ai-chan.
Are you sure? You just said it would make you a better dancer.
Super sure.
And she would definitely make for the best alarm clock ever.
Good morning. Please wake up. The paper on the wall says, do things 5 minutes early. Therefore, I woke you up 5 minutes in advance.
Something funny about Aigis is her strange ability to just pop out of nowhere. Like that time she caught Shinjiro cooking food.
Did you see that, Shinji?
And that time she infiltrated the boys' room. So now let's talk about her in Persona 3 dancing. And no, she doesn't do the robot. Honestly, I'm kinda stumped by her dance style. It feels like it's a combination of the other 3 waifus, with sections of Yukari's idol-like flair, Mitsuru's gracefulness, and Fuka's, well, quirkiness. Although sometimes rigid, there's no doubt that Aigis dances like a human. Her dancing outfit is certainly cute. She wears a black and white patterned dress with gold buttons on the front, with blue lights coming from her headphones and arms. This is all tied together with a giant blue bow. As a love interest, Aigis is quite unique, as she can swing both ways.
I see. Being in close contact like this does heighten my emotions.
In Persona 3 Portable, she's available as a social link regardless if you pick the male or female route for your main character. Some might even argue that Aigis is the canon love interest, simply because in the answer, she inherited Makoto's wildcard power, and was the main character for this segment. She always focuses on being the peacekeeper of the group. During the fight over the keys, while she did beat everybody, she constantly looked for alternative plans to stop everyone from fighting over what to do. Adding on to the list of amazing things Aigis can do, she has the strange ability of being able to understand dogs, and also ruining Shinji's day.
We're home, Koro-chan. Oh, shh. I'd feel awful if we woke up Shinjiro-senpai. He says that Shinjiro-san is not asleep.
And of course, dog bites don't affect her. She can even understand cats as well. Aigis is very loyal. During the main story, her number one priority was to stay by Makoto's side no matter what.
Door unlocked in 92 seconds. My time has improved.
Her instinct to protect Makoto caused her to constantly suspect Ryuji, to which she was right all along. Even when she was badly injured, she continued to follow Makoto. This loyalty stems from the fact that she sealed death inside Makoto many years ago. However, she doesn't remember any of this until the end. Just a nagging feeling that she should be by his side no matter what. Aigis even dressed as a student just in order to stay next to Makoto, and attracted all sorts of attention. After all that time in the classroom, we find out in Persona 3 Dancing that Aigis has a strange ability of being able to emulate their teachers.
We should call you Miss Aigis then.
Unable to open the rock cave, she resorts to a sexy dance in front of all the other deities. Oh, sorry. I emulated the teacher's manner of speech as well.
Ignoring that creepy laugh, Aigis' laugh is probably the cutest part about her.
Is it strange for me to be so motivated? I don't really understand, but it brings a smile to my face.
During the end of Persona 3, she was the first one to remember about their promise to each other, and was the first one to be on the rooftop. During their sequence, Makoto is getting weaker and weaker, to which Aigis gives him her cold lap pillow. At this point, she grows even more human.
All things eventually come to an end. Every living thing will one day disappear. Only by accepting this can one discover what they truly want.
At this point in the story, I would say her loyalty is simply unmatched, as she stays with Makoto right until the bitter end. So what do you think about Aigis? Would you want her to always be by your side? Be sure to leave a like and comment on what you think about Aigis, our favorite robot toaster.